I've got a meeting with our old friend the Silver Fox, Mike Finnick.
Twa Auld Heids.
Twa Auld Heids together, and we're taking a wee walk. We're going up to like do some stuff that Mike's been busy with. I'm going to let him tell you about it now.
We've got 3 things to do today, Dave. 3 deliveries, and you're going to walk into a pole, my friend.
Yeah, I'm not. Hey, see, I'm ready to a pole. I can live with that.
First delivery. It's the building that we're coming up to, St Andrew's House.
And what we're here for, Mike?
Originally, Dave, when I came through with the bottle of coins, first time was totally cheeky, but anyway, I took them to the Scottish Parliament.
Yep.
That then changed, and I started bringing them to St Andrew's House. That'll change again in due course. So that's first delivery.
Right.
Second delivery is an individual letter. I was up till 1:30 last night, Dave. I'm 1:30 this morning doing it. An individual letter to each of our 129 members of Parliament.
Scottish Parliament.
Scottish Parliament. That's something I've done regularly.
Yep.
I fully expect that there will be shades of opinion as to when they get the letter, how they react to it. Some will maybe, I don't know, maybe they do read it, but might go straight in the bin. But the reason for doing it is I'm doing everything in stages. We'll have a chat later on about what those stages are, but
yep.
The purpose of that is very simple in terms of the MSPs is maybe they're not interested in independence, some of them.
Yep.
Maybe they're dead against independence. Maybe they don't think you can start a currency in Scotland. Maybe it's just too difficult for us. It's not.
Oh, the man's in Bristol.
But they're all there to serve their constituents. So it's a bit like Dean Halliday. A constituent asks his MSP.
Exactly.
There's this idea going about starting a currency now. Do you know about it? Well, I decided from the beginning they had to be told what was going on.
Yep.
Whether they were interested, maybe their constituents were. So that's the second thing. The third thing, and it's actually more important, is I'm doing a delivery to you.
Yep.
You asked me to do something. You called yourself a rude name through and down at Dumfries because you forgot it. So we're going to rectify that today. We'll do the deliveries. You've said you'll put a wee video together. We'll maybe show that in reverse order. We'll have the chat, talk about that, because that's my priority at the moment.
Yep.
First Minister's kind of a priority in Scotland, so that maybe comes second, and then third will be the MSPs down at Holyrood.
Excellent.
Okay.
Okay.
And we hope, folks, to try and make this a regular thing. We won't promise to do that, but apart from today where I'm doing specific things, maybe Dave and I will just get together and we'll sit down and we'll have a chat about things. And we hope you'll join in with Twa Auld Heids.
Twa Auld Heids. Right, so make sure we don't get knocked in as we across this road. So this is part 1, guys. This is democracy in action. So we'll close this one off now, and we'll do another couple when we get to the other stages. And as I say, we're going to edit all these together later on with some other stuff we're doing, and so as you can see what's happening. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Here we are again. This is number 2 of the live streams. I'm sitting here with Mike Finnick in front of our Parliament. Here he is here.
Glorious day.
Absolutely, it's marvellous, isn't it? Lovely day for a revolution.
Okay, first visit, first delivery, over, Dave.
Yep.
We're now on to second delivery.
Yep.
Which, as I explained before, is something I've done, not every time I've done a delivery of the coins, but I've done fairly frequently to the MSPs.
Yep.
Actually all started in June 2016 with a letter to the MSPs.
Yep.
And we will have a chat later on. I'm going to read you the 3 bits that are important from that very first letter, which I've continued. That, folks, is what keeps you up at 1:30 in the morning. If you've been out at your own Yes Group meeting until 10 o'clock the night before, and Dave keeps saying, are we meeting tomorrow? Are we going to have a chat? What are we going to chat about? Tell you a quick story.
He can't talk, his tongue's numb.
See, when you're doing these envelopes, you end up loving Mary Fee. It's such a lovely short name to write in an envelope.
Alright.
There's a certain MSP whose name begins Halcro and then there's a hyphen and it keeps going. And I mean, no disparaging comment, but Mary Ann Somerville, you have to do the envelope twice because the first time you do it, you run out of envelope. Anyway, bit of a story behind that. These are going to be delivered. Can't go in the front door, Dave.
Yep.
You've got to go around the back door.
I will take you walk around. It's not the first time we've been round, but we had a human chain round here a couple of months ago, so we can give somebody a few wee memories as we go. Okay, right, here we are now. We're sitting outside Dynamic Earth, just up to the Parliament, which is there, with Mr. Thing. This is part 3 of what we're doing. This one's not going out live, so you'll just see this in the video later on.
Most important delivery of the day, Dave. Here's the forms you asked for.
Excellent. So they might be getting rid of the Royal Bank, but they're opening a new branch of the Scottish National Bank near you.
Now, what I'm going to try and do is explain why you've asked for them.
Yes.
For the first part of all of this, over a year, I would go to a meeting or I would go to a rally. And I would bring those forms with me, tell people my story. They would come up, fill in the form, put a £1 coin in the bottle that I had with me, and I would leave. And the very next day, I'd get a message from someone saying, I missed the meeting last night, Mike. When can you come back to Orkney so I can do the form?
Yeah.
Right. That's exaggerating a wee bit, but it is a truth in it.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people who weren't at that specific meeting and I'd gone away. Now I tried to come up with an idea towards the tail end of last year. We're going to distribute them all over Edinburgh. I've sent them in the bag.
Yep.
And I got in touch with Fiona Graham. Hi Fiona. And Jim Stamper. Yes Rutherglen and Yes Orkney. And I said, could you help me with an idea? And we worked it out with the people at Yes Rutherglen. We try and do something like an ice bucket challenge type of thing. Each group tried to challenge the next group. And there's actually a video on Have Yes Got the Bottle Facebook page which says that and will issue instructions.
Yep.
But the more I thought about it, the more I thought that's coercing people a wee bit. You know, how does one Yes group refuse another Yes group with their challenge? It's just not the right way of doing it.
Yep.
So, beginning of this year, I thought I'm going to do this a different way and see if it works. I went to Yes Annandale, took the bottle, took the forms, and left them with them.
Yep.
Also went to Yes West Lothian, did exactly the same thing. Left the bottle, left the forms. And then lastly I went to Yes G78, exactly the same thing. I still spoke, but I left the forms and left the bottles. I then asked them, look, once you've done that bit, let's pick a location that we know people are going to be at so that you can be welcomed in with how you've got on. And we chose Hands Off Our Parliament. Look,
Yep.
I spoke for a wee while there and then I invited those 3 groups to come along. What I was delighted in, and she's heard me say this before, Angela Convery is still my hero because from Yes G78, no prompting from me at all, she attended a new meeting, a first meeting of Yes Eastwood, and she took the forms. So it was not coerced in any way, it was just simply people buying into the idea, maybe this will work and maybe I want to take part in it. So I went to the gathering, did my speech and said to people, look, I made a promise back that I would get a delivery to the First Minister of a Scottish currency on the 1st of January 2017. I kept that promise. I've also made the promise that as soon as I can, but no later than the end of this year, there will be a working practical example. It'll be a digital example, not a paper example. There's reasons for that we can chat about at some stage, Dave. That will be available to people by the end of this year at the latest. That's my promise, and I intend to keep that promise. In response to that, I then said to the groups at the gathering, look, if you want to do and carry on what this idea is, come up. I've brought forms through with me. First problem, it's BYOB, it's bring your own bottle. You have to bring your own bottle.
We're used to that in Scotland.
Costs about £1 for the size of it. You don't have to buy the bottle size I did. The water that came out of those bottles, just as a matter of interest, I used to take round to a couple of local shops where I stay, with the bowls outside for the dogs in the hot weather.
Yeah.
So the water was useful. Use the water at a meeting, whatever. Empty the bottle of water. I'll supply the forms. The following groups came up, and Dave, when this is done as a video, I'd like this to also be tagged to them, if you would.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, Orkney came again. I2I Lochaber came. Yes, Dunfermline and West Fife came up. Yes, Morningside and Marchmont came up. Yes, Kirriemuir came up. Yes, 2 Stonehaven and Mearns came up. Airdrie for Independence came up. Inverclyde for Independence came up. Pensioners for Independence came up. That's the Glasgow branch of Pensioners for Independence, I think. Yes, Dunbar came up. Inver Yes 2, love that name. Inver Yes 2 came up. Yes, Kirkcaldy came up. Yes, Clacks came up. Yes, Montefieth came up. Yes, Stirling came up. And at the Dumfries March, I hope I've got this right, nice lady came up, had a discussion with me and said, I'll fill in the form. She put £1 in the bottle. But she then said, can I take some forms away with me? And I think I got it right that she was from Yes Straven. So we have something like 16 or 17 groups that have taken forward the idea.
Yep.
That I want to give them instructions, so I'm going to give the instructions to you, Dave. They're not complicated. There's one I'm missing out. There was 2 guys who didn't give me their details, but I met them outside and they're both bikers. If they watch this, they'll know who they are. You've got forms as well, I just don't know who you are. And I've got a wee trick up my sleeve for Yes Bikers if I can fit this in at some stage, but that's for later. Right, number 1, you buy a bottle. Number 2, I'll get the forms to you. These groups already have the forms. If you run out of forms, go on to the page, the Facebook page Scottish Hand. There's a picture of the form, copy it, paste it, run it off. I've deliberately designed it so you can tune an A4 piece of paper. That'll be the supply of forms. So there's 3 different ways we can do this, but the forms will be available. I initially got 10,000 printed off, so they're there. Not all there now because a lot of them have gone. Whatever you do, at the end of the day, the number of forms must equal the number of coins. That's the complete audit of it. One of the things I did last year with people from the First Minister's office was an audit of all the coins, so I can make sure that what I believed was correct in delivery had been delivered to them, and that's been confirmed. It's also actually been confirmed again today, but that's a side issue. When I ran the pilot, as I say, we gathered everyone together at Hoop. I'm looking at all of these groups, and this is where Yes Bikers may play a part, to come together again at some kind of, and we've started calling them in our group, some kind of gathering. It's not a meeting, it's a gathering. I'm pinpointing at the moment the Dunfermline gathering, because it gives enough time for everything to get organised, or for other groups to come into, etc. I think Bannockburn's far too early, Inverness is maybe a bit early, and I think Dunfermline might be the one to go for. I'll confirm that once I know, and I've confirmed with Martin Keatings what's happening at Dunfermline and if it's okay with him. If you've any questions, go on to the Have Yes Got the Bottle page. That's the one I'll try and run this on. If you're actively taking part, I would invite you just to state that, post onto that page, and just confirm, if you like, Inver Yes 2 have got the bottle. It'd be good to see you up there. Remember, a lot of what I'm trying to do in this is to do with currency, fine, but it's also to do with the historical narrative. In the meeting I had in the St Andrew's House, that was one of the things I made to them. the presentation that I gave to the First Minister, and one of the bottles is now going into an archive in the Scottish Government office. Right? There's other people interested in this, because I reckon 100 years, 300 years, I'll go 300 years, it's the one I always use. A historian will be looking back at this time, our time, Dave.
Yeah.
Everyone who's watching time.
Yeah.
The time when we're aiming for independence.
This is our time.
Right? That's my thought, right?
Yeah.
And he's going to wonder, what were all the wee funny things and the quirks? What happened to who?
Yeah.
Right? Who was this idiot going round with a bottle and a coin, right? All of that is going to be of interest to historians. The same way we're going to Bannockburn to celebrate at someone else's time.
Yeah.
We have to find the ways of identifying our time.
Yeah.
And I think that's very, very important. So, get on the page, because Facebook may still be around and you may be seen there. Okay, that I think is enough for just now, Dave. If you take away the forms, get your bottle. If you need more forms, contact me or copy and paste them off the thing. And then at some stage, if you're on that page, it's the main page I'll use, have yes got the bottle. I'll still post in the Scottish Hand, but it'll be a bit less frequently. Then we meet up somewhere and you bring the bottles and the forms.
Excellent. I'm happy to do that, Mike. As I say, there's a lot of yes groups active in Edinburgh at the moment. I'm a member of the Edinburgh North and Leith at the moment, but I've visited Edinburgh West and the Edinburgh Yes Hub are quite busy as well. So I mean, in fact, the Edinburgh Yes Hub they've got a rally a week on Saturday along at the end, so that might be quite interesting as well. Okay, that's brilliant, Mike. I've got quite a few yes groups here who are very active. We've got Edinburgh North and Leith, which I'm a member of myself, and we've been discussing currency very well. And I've been at the Yes Edinburgh, who are very active as well. And of course Penlands, but the Edinburgh Yes Hub, they've got a rally going off at the Inch a week on Saturday. So I'll be doing that one. I'm going to be playing at that one as well. So might get them involved as well and get as many people as possible. All these yes groups out there. The government at the moment are not allowed to start currency, but there's no law to say that we can't. So it's a question of do you want it bad enough? And that's what Mike's page is all about. Do you have the bottle? Do you want it? How hard do you want it? Let's make it ours. Excellent, I'll talk to you later. Okay, right, so it's been quite a nice day here in Edinburgh. We've got up to some skullduggery, we've got up to some business which had to be done, and we've had a really, really good conversation, most of which I've actually recorded without live streaming it. I'm going to take it back up the road and then edit it together with the live streams later on. And we're going to try and put it out sometime tonight, and you can see what this has all been about. But it's been a really good experience for us both, and I hope we're going to be doing some more quite soon.
Hi everyone. When Dave mentions he's going to edit bits out, I have the funny feeling you may not see me, but we'll find out. Listen, what I wanted to say just on a live stream is kind of two things. Number one, something Robin McAlpin once said, that in life, sometimes the most interesting things and the most important friendships you develop come about from accidental meetings. I regard this man as one of my most important friends now. Now, we're entirely different people, and I hope maybe that comes over in what we're doing. I'm on the serious side. Dave has got a very active brain, but I wouldn't call him the same type of serious as I am.
I'm devastated.
He's devastated, okay. Devastated.
Yeah.
I hope what you say later on makes sense. It's to try and move things forward. It's to try and develop what we're all trying to do, which is gain independence for this country. And I hope Dave and I will be back again sometime in the not too distant future. Join in, and if you have questions, fire them at us. Don't make them too technical, otherwise it hits me and I maybe don't have all the answers.
I don't do technical.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers, guys. Talk to you later.